Read all day, read all night, read till you ain't seeing right. Grab a book, take a look, could be the best thing of your life. Page by page, flip it fast, learn a thing about the past. Read a book, read a book, read a book, read a book, read a book.
Why do we read?
Reading provides basic information that we can use to create knowledge of a subject. Reading improves our understanding because it opens us to new viewpoints, ideas, and cultures. It helps us understand ourselves that can lead us to making better life choices. Active reading is reading with purpose. You have to be fully engaged to what you are reading for you to really understand it. There are different types of reading skills. Skimming is reading quickly and refers only for the main ideas. By reading the first and last sentences of the paragraph, you will get an idea of what's the main point of the assignment. Scanning is looking only for a specific topic without reading everything. It allows us to find details and information in a hurry. When reading, sometimes we encounter some words that we don't know. Increasing our vocabulary is a great benefit to reading regularly. Looking for context clues is a method of learning new vocabulary words. You can figure out the meaning of the word by how it is used in a sentence. It can also be helpful that before asking someone what a word means, look it up first. You might not get the meaning of the same word on the first time, but eventually you'll be able to recall their meanings. Trying out the new words in a conversation can help you remember easily what they mean.
Critical reading involves three types of thinking: reasoning, making judgments, and problem solving.
Critical thinking has to do with not simply accepting someone else's ideas, not even your own. First, you evaluate them. You ask questions. If an idea makes sense, great. Otherwise, you reject it. Talking about reading skills, well, more like thinking skills that you can apply to reading so you can read more deeply. Distinguishing fact and opinion, analyzing the argument, detecting the author's biases, detecting logical fallacies, and so forth.
The most important part about critically reading is questioning who the author is and why they are writing the material you're reading. The questions you must ask yourself are they credible? Are they biased? And lastly, does the material aim to inform, persuade, or make an argument for or against something? Comprehending and remembering what you have read is one of the most important aspects of reading. A high word per minute reading speed means very little if you do not remember anything that you have read. Your goal should be to improve your reading speed to help you keep up with the reading demands of your work and to improve your retention and comprehension of the material. Here are 8 quick ways to improve your attention span. Number 1, you can meditate. Number 2, you can exercise. Number 3, stay hydrated. Number 4, ask questions. 5, you can listen to music. 6, take notes by hand. 7, chew gum. All these techniques and more help to improve attention span for reading.
In order to take action, your brain has to load the context of what you're doing into working memory. If you constantly switch the focus of your attention, you're forcing your brain to spend time and effort thrashing, loading and reloading contexts over and over again. That's why it's possible to spend an entire day multitasking, getting nothing done, and feel exhausted at the end. You've burned all of your energy context switching instead of making progress. So in this video, I want to give you 5 quick ways that you can start building the ability to focus and concentrate on the task at hand. And the first one is called pre-commitment. Pre-committing to a task is simply building some sort of device that binds you to finishing it before you actually get started. And to do this, you can use what are called commitment devices. If you have some way of making sure there's a consequence for not getting your work done, you're going to be more motivated to stay focused on that work. This can be as simple as writing down that you're going to get X done in 30 minutes, and if you don't finish within 30 minutes, you know that you've failed. You've externalized that goal by writing it down, and now that you've failed it, you're going to feel bad. You could even do something crazy like hiring a lady off Craigslist to slap you in the face like Manish Sethi did, or you could stay within the realm of sanity. That's cool too, by removing the ability to do other things while you're focused on a task. Tip number 2 is to have a distraction sheet next to you while you work. Now, I've talked about this before as an addition to the Pomodoro technique, but whether or not you're pre-committing using that technique or just studying in a different way, having a piece of paper next to you where you write down what's distracting you helps you get back into your work because you know you've made a reminder of that distraction. You can get back to it later if it's important, but you're externalizing it. You're pulling it out of your brain and you're allowing your brain to get back to the task at hand. Tip number 4 is to meditate once a day. My 5th and final tip is to eliminate potential distractions while you're studying. Now, when I talked about pre-committing earlier, I talked about the burnt ships technique, and that's focused on eliminating your ability to distract yourself. But there are also a lot of distractions that can happen to you. Environmental distractions, people coming in and asking you to do things. And if you can eliminate the potential for these to happen, you're going to have an easier time focusing.